G'day guys, Josh here. Welcome to Forum. Forum stuff would be here if I hadn't killed Forum this week. So with Forum, the main thing is here is that the moment you pull the worm and the warriors fighting, you start the encounter basically. Actually, nah, just kidding. As soon as you kill the warrior and the worm and the evoker at the back here, you start the encounter. And what you need to do is you need to have one group of 10 basically open up the lever. The lever takes about 10 seconds to cast. And now the main thing that you've got to do, if the person who's holding the lever, the other 10 squad, or whatever the people you want to assign, have to kill the ads out here. Now, basically when the lever is done, you open up the door and the B team go through here. But let's talk about here instead. So here, basically the arena has multiple ads that come out. There's going to be the Acolyte, which heals, which you just need to throw interrupts and dispels to renew, purge it off, that's pretty much it. Not a high value target. Then you got the Champion, which is the first thing you should kill because it's a whirlwind, a charge, and MS. Basically, you should kill these immediately. Then there's a Commoner, which you just AoE down while you're killing the Champion. There's an Evoker, which you just basically interrupt and DPS down with the Acolyte as well. But last but not least is the Warbringer. Now, the Warbringer isn't that bad. You will want to MC it to give the aura of celerity to your group. You do want Shadow Priest to keep one of these as MC because 20% extra speed. It also has decent DPS as well, but most likely the mini Lust is going to be very, very important to your raid group, not in normal as in heroic. Now, you're going to have to just imagine this, the hallway coming up down here. You're just going to have to imagine it. So basically there are 2 to 3 trash packs in here as well, which are going to expend of a guard, an acolyte, and a guard. And then basically it's going to be, I think it's a 2 acolyte, 2 guard pool, and it's going to be 2 guard pool at the end. Basically, like it's not a gauntlet as per se, but basically you have to basically kill these ads and AoE these ads as quickly as you can. You need a tank and a healer obviously down there as well, probably 2 healers and a tank, to basically just DPS the fuck out of these ads and do large pulls. Now, there'll be a big robot in the area that will raise its hand, left or right, and you want to be on the opposite hand, with a hand that has the fire in it. So if the hand the fire is on the right, you want to be on the left and vice versa. He will alternate the hands. So after the right one's been done, you want to go on the left, and that's pretty much how you deal with it. Just remember, if you get him casting, the runic cost, if you get him casting something before he gets 50%, he will delay his runic barrier. He will pop runic barrier at 50%, which means you deal 50% less damage to him. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to burst him as quickly as possible. And if he's casting anything, sorry, I got the wrong mob, I believe. If he's casting anything, no, maybe I got the right mob. No, I got the right mob. That's pretty good. If he's casting anything, basically, you can get him down to like 45 or 40% before he activates runic barrier, which saves you a ton of your time, okay? A ton of your time. He also charges as well, but don't worry about it too much. Next up is the Iron Hornet Guard. These guys will basically just come as a gauntlet and non-stop spawn until you engage the Ancient Rune Giant. Now, the Ancient Rune Giant, what you want to do is basically kill the remaining ads, but make sure if you got a few ads with you to make sure they're not near the boss. If they get near the boss, just cleave them down with the giant. The giant does a rune detonation, which you just need to move away from the person who gets it, and also has a stomp, which does an AoE and knocks people back. Also, any nearby allies get 50% extra HP, and I don't think it's 50% extra damage, but 50% extra HP, which makes it a lot harder to kill. Just pretty much kill the giant, and that's it. Now, next up, you're going to go into another hallway. So it's going to be like this. It's going to be the hallway. Then it goes into upstairs part where you fight the giant. And it gets into an area with 2 circles. So you might be able to see it up here. So basically, Forum standing on top of here. And there's 2 circle rooms. You want to walk along the edges and tag Forum to start phase 2. Now, if you've done this in under 90 seconds, you'll get Sift. So basically, Sift is casting a spell on Forum. You want to reach Forum in 90 seconds. If you do, you activate hard mode. If you don't, Forum will be weakened by 40%, and you activate normal mode instead. Now, Forum in normal mode, he will do stuff from the top, which will mainly just be Stormhammer, which stuns people, a Deafening Thunder, which also basically puts a curse of tongues on people, and a Charge Orb. So a Charge Orb is very, very nasty. Is that essentially what he'll do is he'll charge one of these things, and if you're near these things here, you get dealt a bit of damage. Now, in phase 2, it gets a lot worse. So in phase 2, he does a Balancing Strike on a tank, which forces a tank switch. And then he will also do a lightning charge, which will make him do more damage over time. This is what you call a soft enrage. He also does a chain lightning as well. You need to split up in twos, because if this chain lightning spreads, it will eventually one-shot him, one-shot a person. So range should stack up in twos, melee should also stack up in twos as well. This ability will most likely kill melee, okay? So just be aware to not be near each other too much, otherwise you are going to die. Now with hard mode as well, you also have Sif to shrink the room in encounter with random frost overs, which you'll teleport to someone and frost over them. She also casts a frostbolt volley, which you can't interrupt. And the frost over you can to dispel. And also blizzard around the room, which slows you, which makes it very hard to dodge the lightning orbs. So during the fight, Thorim will charge one of these orbs. He'll keep charger from the previous phases, and then he will zap that part of the room. So for example, if he charges this orb here, after about a couple of seconds, so melee should always go to the other side, and the range should just move to the right or move to the left, whatever's quicker. He'll zap that part of the room. So if he zaps here, he'll zap those. So he'll zap this area to this area. So pretty much you'll do a conal attack out from him. So what you want to do as well, if you're ranged, you don't want to be too far out, so you can move around for him before the zapping commences. Now be aware as well, there is a safe point here. So basically people can hide here to dodge the lightning charge and heal out. All you want to do to have this person here is a holy paladin to, make sure the tank stays up. And a shadow priest has got the mob MC'd here as well to give everyone mini bloodlust to get phase 2 done a lot quicker. This is actually very, very important for hard mode, because you don't want the shadow priest to be out in the open to either die to chain lightning or lightning charge. Either way, that's pretty much the encounter. All you have to do is watch out for the blizzards, the frost overs, and the frostbolt volleys in hard mode, and watch out for the charged lightning orbs as well. Also remember that Thorim has 40% more HP in hard mode and 40% extra damage in hard mode as well. So just in case you thought the soft enrage was bad, now you're going to have to deal with, of course, Thorim being a bit more tankier and doing more damage. Especially maybe not being able to last longer, hence you need a celerity to begin with. But with hard mode, all you got to do is just spread out, spread your DPS across the room. Don't be max range if you're a caster or anything like that. Be aware that you have to try and run away with the conal attack. With the charge orb as well, you probably want to move sooner rather than later, just in case Sif puts a Frost Nova or a Blizzard on you in hard mode, or just in case you get slowed in general. You just never know. Anyways guys, hope you guys have a good one, and see you guys later.